Hello everyone and welcome to episode 66 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel as it is UFC 264, Iaquinta vs Kevin Lee 3 in our main event for the lightweight title. And also we're going to see Juliana Pena take on Aspen Ladd in the women's bantamweight title fight. Curtis Blades versus Juan Adams as well in a heavyweight contest. Caitlin Jakagan and Aaron Blanchfield, a women's strawweight contest. And for Jan Bohovic taking on Johnny Walker to kick off the pay-per-view. As for International Fight Week, pretty big card, obviously, as far as we try to have some exciting fights. And that Juan Adams Curtis Blades bout is definitely going to be potentially who might take on the winner of either John Jones, and then, as far as I believe we're going to have John Jones and Derek Lewis fight for the heavyweight title. I believe that's the plan. As far as maybe, if not, as far as it might even be the winner of this bout. Because as far as Curtis Blades and John Jones is pretty intriguing as far as from a matchup perspective. And Juan Adams has just been on a tear. So that could also be a fun bout as far as from that perspective. But our main event, though, Iaquinta, the Motown Phenom, Kevin Lee, as a raging Iaquinta, is coming in as far as the underdog. They, of course, fought twice, and Iaquinta's won every time. Last meeting was at December 2018, which Iaquinta won by unanimous decision. 16-6-1 for Iaquinta, 22-5 for the Motown Phenom. As far as for Kevin Lee, 15-5 in the UFC. Of course, now the lightweight champion, but looking to make his first successful defense. This is a big-time fight, especially for Iaquinta. 34 years old. Not sure how many times he's got left as far as being able to fight for the belt. For his second time, of course, had the Khabib fight in April after having a nice little winning streak and beating Jorge Masvidal, Joe Lozon, Ross Pearson, and Diego Sanchez. And a lot of those were by finishes as well. But obviously, that was almost a decade ago. Obviously, in real life, it's a damn near a decade ago. But here in the safe now that we're in 2021, which, he beat Alexander Hernandez. He beat Marbek Tasmov. So a lot of people probably be like, well, how is he getting this title fight when he hasn't even beat somebody in the top 5? It's the fact he beat Kevin Lee not once but twice. Pretty massive. Pretty massive to have a guy have that type of success over a champion. Felt like this could be a fun fight to do. I think, stylistically, too, I think it matches up pretty well. Both guys, of course, wrestling backgrounds, but Kevin Lee's got a little bit of more, probably, stand-up game to his arsenal than Iaquinta does. We'll see if Iaquinta can do it and beat Kevin Lee. I mean, this lightweight title's changed hands quite a lot in the save, just in the year and a half we've been at it. Will it change hands again here tonight? We'll find out. And for Aspen Ladd and Juliana Pena, women's bantamweight title fight, of course, for Aspen Ladd. She's also looking to make her first successful defense of the bantamweight title. Of course, Juliana Pena, real life, of course, shocking the world and beating Miss Amanda Nunes for the women's bantamweight title. But here, she's got a chance to do that, but against Aspen Ladd. Both girls 7-1 in the UFC, 11-3, 12-1. This is a hell of a fight, though. I think especially for the women's side of things. Even though Juliana Pena does not have a team, I think she's still going to hold her own here. But a plus 200 underdog, it's clear she's the favorite and the champion. But I think it's going to be a tough fight, though, for both girls. Aspen Ladd, of course, coming off of a great performance against Amanda Nunes, knocking her out in December. She's beaten Ketlin Varela. She's beaten Alina Landsberg as well. She hits really fucking hard for a bantamweight. Of course, she's done that as well here in the save. But, I mean, as far as she knocks fuckers out. And that is huge for somebody that's 135 pounds. As for Juliana Pena, her way of winning this one is probably, she did finish Ketlin Varela, which I thought was pretty shocking, right before the end of the fight, too. But I'd say her probably best chances by decision. But of course, it's going to be 5 rounds, and that's a hell of a bout for her to go 5 rounds. She's never went past the 3rd round before. I don't even think Aspen Ladd has either, though, to be fair. Yeah, so Both girls are kind of in uncharted territory from that regard. But I would assume give it to Aspen Ladd once it goes past the distance a little bit because of age. But Juliana Pena's style, I think she might not be able to gas herself out more than Aspen Ladd will. I got a good feeling it's not going to get to that point, but we'll see though. As Juan Adams and Curtis Blades, the Kraken versus Razor Blades, as of course, Curtis Blades has almost this has a couple more fights than Juan Adams has overall, just in the UFC. But Curtis Blades 9-3-1, Juan Adams 5-2 in the UFC, 14-3-1 no contest for Curtis Blades, and 9-2 for Juan Adams. I mean, we got some big motherfuckers battling out here. 265 for both guys on the scale. Curtis Blades is the clear favorite, and I think that makes a lot of sense. But man, you cannot count out Juan Adams, how he's been doing. I mean, he has been on an absolute tear at this point. He knocked out Justin Tafa, knocked out Arlovsky, finished Tai Tuivasa, and he's also knocked out Anthony Johnson. I mean, that is a murderous row of guys that he has beaten to get to this point with Curtis Blades. Hasn't made it into the third round in this save here in real life. He went the distance with Pilar, but that's a hell of a fight. That's crazy. He lost to Greg Hardy before the save, and now he's just on an absolute tear. I mean, this is definitely his biggest test. Curtis Blades, from a wrestling perspective, is a really, really, really good heavyweight wrestler. But of course, he's got pretty good stand-up too. But he's choked out Junior Dos Santos, which is a huge win. He beat Tabora, but he got knocked out by Derek Lewis before the end of the first round. Of course, had the Francis Ngannou losses, but he's beaten Overeem, beaten Mark Hunt. The Junior Dos Santos win is definitely probably his biggest win, at least from the perspective of the save. Junior Dos Santos is still like a top 3 heavyweight in the save, so that's a massive win. But that can all change if he can beat Juan Adams, because he's just been on an absolute tear. That's a very, very fun fight. Probably won't even go out of the first round. Caitlin Chikagan and Aaron Blanchfield as the blonde fighter. Caitlin Chikagan and Aaron Cold-Blooded Blanchfield as far as 15-4, 6-1. Obviously, Aaron Blanchfield, 22 years old, 2-0 in the UFC. And as far as with this one, did I say strawweight? Yeah, flyweight bout for this one. And as far as strawweight, of course, 115. But of course, it is going to be an interesting bout for both girls because they're kind of potentially looking to get back into the title scene for Aaron Blanchfield. If she can beat, she just beat Nico Montana, she beat Antonio Shevchenko. She can get a win here tonight. Might get a women's flyweight title fight sooner rather than later. As for Caitlin Chikagan, she, of course, has not done well after shockingly beating Valentina Shevchenko. She just lost to Amanda Nunes and Montana De La Rosa. Which that Montana De La Rosa fight was fantastic, though. She brings it, man. She has really, really great fights besides the Jessica Eye fight, but that was kind of a little bit more one-sided. So I really can't blame her. But this should be a fantastic fight, actually. But yeah, Caitlin Chikagan, a 5'9" flyweight. Aaron Blanchfield a little bit more on the smaller side. I would say Chikagan's going to have the reach advantage. We'll see once we get into it. And then for Jan Blachowicz and Johnny Walker, of course, that light heavyweight division, it's still waiting on who's going to fight Anthony Smith for the light heavyweight title. This could be a great helping point for whoever wins this one. But for Jan Blachowicz, 26-9, 9-6 in the UFC. Johnny Walker, 18-5, 4-2 in the UFC. Of course, Jan Blachowicz, 38. Not sure how many more big-time fights he has left in him. Of course, he lost to Anthony Smith back in August. So really for him, if he can win here, I wouldn't say that's a good chance for him to have a rematch. But, it definitely would help him out, for sure. But for Johnny Walker, this is a big win if he can get it. Because he only lost to Junior Dos Santos in the save here. Of course, he had the Corey Anderson loss in the save, which is very, very tough. But he did knock out Dominic Reyes. That has helped out his resume a lot. If he can beat somebody like Jan Blachowicz next, could see Anthony Smith versus Johnny Walker for the light heavyweight title. Definitely a possibility, for sure. We might even end up doing like a 4-man leg tournament to just see who actually would make the most sense in that regard. Because, there's just so many guys that could fight Anthony Smith, and I think to really prove who is the best light heavyweight in the world. That might be the best way of going about it, actually. So, might even end up doing that instead. There's just so many different variables. As for the prelims, though, Ismail Nuradev versus Alexei Konechko, Jim Miller and Bobby Green. Two absolute tough as hell veterans and guys that are going to bring their A game. Marvin Vettori and Omari Akhmadov, Ricardo Lamas and Andre Fili, Courtney Casey, and Hannah Clifford as well. So we got as far as women's and men's featherweight bout, we got a middleweight bout with Marvin Vettori and Omar Akhmadov, lightweight bout Jim Miller and Bobby Green, and a welterweight bout for Ismail Nuradev and Alexei Konechko. Of course, Konechko, 23-2, but the Austrian Wonder Boy and Nuradev, 20-4. These are some very, very talented fuckers at welterweight, especially for Alexei Konechko, who is the underdog in this bout. It's kind of crazy since Ismail, as far as Ismail, rather, is 20-4, 3-2, and is ranked 25th. Because Alexei Konechko is a very, very tough fucker. I mean, he's fought some very, very tough guys. For Ismail, though, he lost to D-Rod by split decision, which that's a tough way to lose. But Daniel Rodriguez is a very, very tough guy. His first pay-per-view since UFC 239. That's going to be interesting as far as to see how that plays out. Alexei Konechko, though, 23-2, 5-2 in UFC. He lost to Roy McDonald, of course. But he's done pretty well for himself, though. This is his first pay-per-view, though. I think he's deserved it. He's had some pretty great fights pretty much throughout his time here. This will be a big-time fight for him. Big-time fight for sure. If he can get a win here, maybe potentially jumps into the top 10 of the welterweight scene. And especially, as far as a 5'10 welterweight, both guys, 5'10 welterweight, so it's not going to be a huge weight differential or anything like that. As far as, reach or anything like that. So, we'll see how that one plays out for Jim Miller and Bobby Green. Two guys that have fought a bit of a who's who, especially for Jim Miller. 21-13-1, no contest in the UFC. Damn near has just a similar record as Bobby Green does overall. Insanely close bout. Both guys favorited. Minus 140, minus 110. Jim Miller, of course, coming off of a loss to Justin Gaethje, which was a fun fight to do, but at the same time, it was clear Justin Gaethje was much, much better than Jim Miller is. But Jim Miller, he was on a 3-fight winning streak going into that fight. Of course, he has fought, just pick a name, out of the lightweight division of the last, I would even say, fucking 15 years, and you'll probably have somebody that was a champion that he has fought, or somebody who's fought for a belt, or somebody that's a top guy now. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Of course, first fight in the UFC at UFC 89. Fucking Bisping is a commentator now. Of course, Chris Liebman's not even on the roster. Wild. Absolutely wild to think. As far as he's beaten Charles Oliveira, he's beaten Gleison Tebow, Dwayne Ludwig, fought Gray Maynard, fought Benson Ennis and Nate Diaz. He's beat Lozon a couple of times. Beat Melvin Gillard. Lost to Pat Healy, though. Yeah, a man that was about it for a long, long time. And he's even hit a second gear in his career, which is crazy to think at 37. But that is a hell of a fight for him. Because I think he stylistically matches up pretty well with Bobby Green. Bobby Green, though, again, his style right now, he's on a great little path here in the save. He beat Drew Dober, beat Anthony Pettis. Looked really, really sharp in both those fights. His stand-up style is so unorthodox and so unique, and he got the hands down. He's quick with it, and he doesn't really use a lot of his grappling a whole lot. Maybe he'll do that here tonight, but that's gonna be a very, very fun fight for Marvin Vettori and Omari Akhmadov. As far as I thought Akhmadov was ranked, is he still ranked? No, he is. Yeah, so the 14th ranked Omari Akhmadov taking on Marvin Vettori in a rematch. This was on the prelims of UFC 219 at the Cyborg Holly Holm card at December 2017, which that was a majority decision. So both guys get a chance to right that wrong. For Marvin Vettori, though, he's looking to get into the top 25 officially. Of course, we know how much of an absolute, just an unbeatable force as far as from a striking perspective for the way Marvin Vettori does not get cracked in real life. I think here in the safe he has not been cracked either, but maybe that'll happen tonight. Of course, he's usually winning by either submission or decision. hoping he gets a finish here tonight. But yeah, he's a younger fighter. He's coming off a nice little winning streak, too. I think he's got a really good shot tonight. And this might even be the best fight on the prelim here for Andre Touchy-Fili and Ricardo Lamos. So, I mean, Fili as far as 8-7, Ricardo Lamos 10-8 in the UFC. So both guys have they definitely been journeymen as far as in the lightweight division. But these guys, man, I mean, they can bring it. Bryce Mitchell and Andre Fili had a great fight. Same thing for him and Sodik Youssef. His third fight here in the save, I mean, this would be his longest, it already is his longest losing streak of his career, but to have 3 straight losses would be pretty tough for him. As far as a guy that, I don't know why I said lightweight, yeah, featherweight down. And as far as for Ricardo Lamos, too, coming off a 3-fight losing streak, but a guy who also puts in great performances. So both guys are needing to win, definitely for Ricardo Lamos' sake, for more worse than, I mean, just, he's fought Tabuera, and he fought Youssef as well. I mean, he's fought some very, very tough guys. He's fought Max Holloway, beat Charles Oliveira. He's fought, Diego Sanchez, Dennis Bermudez, Chad Mendez, Jose Aldo, Cub Swanson. He's fought some tough motherfuckers, that is for sure. And he's looking to do it again, as far as potentially getting a win over Andre Fili to make it 11-8 in the UFC. But that's a very, very fun fight, though. And I think stylistically they match up pretty well. And then Courtney Cast Iron Casey and Shockwave Hannah Clifford. As far as Hannah Clifford, of course, shockingly, has been on an absolute tear after losing to Angela Hill. She beat down Cynthia Calvillo, and I did not expect that at all. I believe she was a plus 230 underdog. Really good showing. We'll see how she does here tonight, if she can kind of get into that same type of magic she had. But Hannah Clifford, I mean, she is the favorite. But, I mean, it's both minus 110, so very, very close on paper. Courtney Casey, though, 9-7, 5-6, Muay Thai background. Well, more so, I wouldn't say maybe Muay Thai background, but more so of a, she is someone that can get a finish, though, as far as, she just finished Mizuki Inoue in her only fight so far in the save. Looking to get her first winning streak since 2016 tonight, if she can get a win. She's a little bit taller. But, Hannah Clifford's, I think she can get in close. Maybe even clinch up with her and really rain down some punches. Or even sweep her, take her back. Or just, able to grab a submission from side control. Or even just on top, in mount. That would be great for her. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a good way to kick off the show. Because I really do think there's going to be a finish in that fight to kick off the show. As of, for the analytics, or is Kevin Lee making his first defense tonight? Of course, they fought twice before. Last time was at the main event of the UFC Fox 31 card, which Quinta, of course, won by decision. Kevin Lee finished 4 of his last 5 opponents, 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Kevin Lee 8th, Quinta 18th. 9th time that Kevin Lee has main evented a UFC event. Quinta 5th time. But again, a 7-inch reach advantage for Kevin Lee, and it has not mattered so far in real life. We'll see what will happen here in the simulation. I'm assuming that's going to play a big factor here tonight. You never know, though, as Juliana, the Venezuelan vixen, Pena, taking on Aspen Ladd. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world on the women's side of things. Aspen Ladd is number 1 as far as in women's, all of women's MMA. Juliana Pena, 16th. Aspen Ladd looking to make her first women's bantamweight title defense. Both have won 3 of the last 5 fights, whereas Aspen Ladd has finished her opponents, while as Pena has won by decision. And Aspen Ladd 7-0 on the Blur Cat Stat picks. I think that makes a lot of sense. Curtis Razor Blades won the Kraken Adams. Both men have finished the majority of their last 5 fights, as far as Adams, 4 of his last 5. Curtis Blades, 3 of his last 5. Both are world heavyweight top 5 guys, as far as 4th and 5th. Adams trains at AKA, which Blades is 1-0 against other members of that team, and Blades trains at Elevation Fight Team, which Adams is 1-0 against other members of that team as well. Blades with the clear 7-zip Blurcat Stat Picks favorite. I would probably just hedge my bet to 1 Adams at this rate, to be honest. The motherfucker just cannot be figured out. He's just got some absolute power in his hands. As a blonde fighter, Caitlin Chikagan and Aaron Gold-Blooded Blanchfield, 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world on the women's side again here, battling it out. As Aaron Blanchfield, 5-2 on the Blurcat Staff picks. I would probably hedge my bet towards her as well. I think she's super fucking talented. It's Jan Blachowicz and Johnny Walker. Walker's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Both are outside the top 5 of the light heavyweight division, but this could be a huge fight for either man, whoever gets the win here tonight, as far as first time they have fought. Blachowicz is up 4-3 on the Blaircat Staff picks, so far the closest fight, at least for the Blaircat Staff picks, on the main card, and it also kicks off the main card. But the prelim main event, Konechko and Ismaili Naradev, as far as the Austrian Wonder Boy, coming up against a guy who's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, who's ranked in the top 15 of the welterweight division, whereas Naradev has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. But Naradev does have the Blaircat stat picks. Again, I would probably hedge my bet to Alexei Konechko. Really, his only performance I would say has probably been his weakest was against fucking Robbie. As far as Rory McDonald, the best of Robbie Lawler, but yeah, it was Rory McDonald in Scotland in Rory's return. And of course, now Rory's probably about to fight for a welterweight title, so you can't be too upset about a bad finish or bad performance against a guy like that who's fighting for the belt. For Jim Miller and Bobby King Green, both have won 3 of the last 5 fights, whereas Miller has been finishing his opponents. Green's won by decision, 4-3 on the Blaircat stat picks. Bobby Green was a slight edge. Again, I feel like Jim Miller can get a win here tonight, but in real life, of course, we saw Bobby Green kind of piece up Jim Miller pretty bad. And the rematch between the two men that ended in a majority draw the first time around at the Cyborg Holly Holm UFC 219 card. The Italian Dream, Marvin Vettori and Omari Akhmadov. As far as for Akhmadov, 1 of his last 5 fights by decision. Same thing for Vettori. Akhmadov, not the favorite though, even though, again, Marvin Vettori's not even ranked, whereas Omari Akhmadov is in the top 15. For Ricardo Lamos and Andre Touchy-Feely. Feely, of course, trains at Team Alpha Male, which Lamos is 1-2 against other members of that team. He hasn't won in a couple of years. Since November 2018, he hasn't won in this decade. Lamos, though, is the favorite on the Blaircat staff picks, and I'm excited for that fight, though. I think stylistically they match up very well, and that should be a fun one. And then Courtney Cast Iron Casey and Shockwave Hannah Cliffers, 2 strawweights battling it out to kick off the show. Courtney Casey in the top 10. Cliffers 23rd, but I would not count out Hannah Cliffers at all. She has won 3 of her last 5 fights by decision, but Courtney Casey is the favorite on Blaircat stat picks, which makes sense. Makes sense for sure, but I think a lot of underdogs have a really good chance tonight. We'll see if I am correct in that regard, but both women minus 110 on the betting line, as close as it can damn near get. An opening bell as Herb Dean's our referee for this one. As Hannah Cliffers with a left jab misses the right hook to the ribs, though. Oh, there's a massive right hook on the jaw from Courtney Casey, and down she goes. Hannah Cliffers is in big trouble here. Now she's calmly dealing with him now, trying to transition. Pounds away with right hands again. Boy, Courtney Casey. Great start for her. Dropped her. Hasn't gotten the finish yet, but she's clearly won the round. Blocks her. She's trying to transition to the guard. Herb Dean's just going to stand her back up. And obviously Courtney Casey's going to love that. She's got a chance to knock her down, but again, potentially Clifford's a left hand. 1-2 doesn't land either blow. There's a stunning right hook from Casey again, and down she goes again. Boy, Hannah Clifford is getting just fucked up here. Thank God that fight is over. What a performance for Courtney Casey. Just out fucking struck Hannah Clifford for sure. Big time shots from her, and she gets her win. So now 10-7 for Hannah Clifford, though 11-5. Tough break though. She had a hell of a step up in competition, but it looked good on the betting line, but she clearly was the much better fighter here tonight, as she thanks having the connected Gracie techniques, rather, Jesus, as far as all of her favorite sponsors, and then all of her friends, family, and supporters as well. So Ricardo Lamos and Andre Touchy-Feely as, this is a hell of a fight, though. I really do think this is going to be a great one. We'll see, as Mark Goddard's our referee, about to say Herb Dean again, but yeah, Mark Goddard's our referee, Kate side judges there. Here we go, the opening bell, they touch gloves. Misses the right jab, hits the right hand though. Or hits the, just says a jab. Couple of jabs again from Feely, doesn't hit the right hand. 2 kind of left hands from Feely. Almost with a feint. Oh, went for the vicious right hand after the left jab and missed that one. Doesn't connect the left jab, can't hit the right cross either. Feely doing some great job with his head movement here. So is Lamos there. Avoids the 2 quick punches. Now Feely again still moving around. Left hook from Lamos. 3-punch flurry. Ends with a right hook. Either fighter really anything damaging now. Here comes Fili with a counter, quick left hook. Meeting the center again. Oh, here comes another counter. Fili, as far as counters, a quick jab, followed by a right hook that's ducked, though. 1-2 from Ricardo Lamos. And now there's a flurry of 4 punches, 3 of them landing from Fili, but Lamos dodges the right hand. There's a right hand off the counter from Fili. Fili's counter striking's been better than Lamos has been today. Jab off target with a head kick there. 1-2 from Lamos. Good round for sure. That's exactly what the type of action we were expecting from these two. Yeah, I mean, I would say Andre Fili's up on the scorecard as well. Lamos is getting pressured in. 2 counter left hands from Fili. 1-2, but Fili was equal to it. Right hand's blocked from Lamos. Fili can't catch him, so he's got slipping away here past the 1-2 combination. Does Lamos. And there's a jab. Doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Left jab, right cross from Fili. Halfway point in the round. Neither fighter can really land anything now. Fili comes forward, walking down Lamos. Lamos firing off a counter jab, doesn't connect though. Combination ends with a kick to the legs, fails to land. As now 2 fighters come together and engage. Lamos with a quick punch, lands it, but can't hit the right cross though. There's a left jab and a leg kick from Fili. Left hook from Lamos. These guys are really landed now. Clean right hand. Big counter from Fili here with a great right hook. Man, he may have broken his nose as well. That is a brutal way to end out your round, getting your nose broken. But he's still coming forward, and Fili again with these counters. Quick left jab and a low kick. And I would say again, Fili won that round. So Lamos needs to finish. And honestly, I hate to say it, he's probably fighting for a job at this rate. As Lamos misses the right cross, here comes the counter. Fili with a quick left jab and a left kick to the rib cage. Fili again dodges the right hand counter, attacks the left jab and a nice right hook. I mean, Lamos now is getting just fucked up. Now there's a left jab and a right cross. Boy, oh boy, jab lands, misses the vicious right hand. And I think now that Fili's getting tired, we're not going to see more well, as I say that, here's a 4-punch combination. Ends with a hook to the body. He is still throwing at a high rate. Jab lands. Right hand taking on the glove, though, and there's a good right hand from Fili. Oh, there's a stiff head kick off the counter and knocked him out. Jesus, Murphy. Andre Fili, though. Big win. Big win there. That was as expected, though. That was a hell of a fight. Definitely a little bit more one-sided than I anticipated. I thought Ricardo Lamos would show a little bit better of a showing. Would have a little bit better of a showing, rather, but it is what it is. He name checks everyone at Team Alpha Male. Very responsive to all of his friends, family, and supporters as well. Thanks to all those people. And, man, what a fight for the prelim there. And now the Italian Dream, Marvin Vettori, Nomari Akhmadov. Middleweight contest, her being the referee, cage-side judges, here we go, they touch gloves. Throws a punch, Vettori was equal to it though. Another punch that Vettori was equal to. Now he's able to grab him. Got him against the cage potentially. Yep, got him against the cage, knee strike to the ribs. Throws an elbow, but as far as Akhmadov, just keeping the clench close rather. Now they're just going for the ribs and the head, switch short punches. Now Vettori looking for the takedown, he's got him. Slams him down on his hands and knees. Oh my lord, rocking him with that one. Jesus, Murphy scrambled to get out of that. That could have been real bad, but now Akhmadov's on top after getting taken down and absolutely pummeled when he was taken down. As he looks like he's going to survive, but definitely Vettori won that round. Here comes the second as a beautiful straight right here from Akhmadov. 1-2, doesn't land either blow though. Vettori's able to move in fast and clinch with him again, got him against the cage yet again. And there we go, Akhmadov getting his space, trying to stop him from throwing any knees, tries to go for some close-range elbows again. Akhmadov's just kind of surviving at this rate up against the cage, but then again, pulls the clinch tighter. Now he clears out. That's some great job by Akhmadov to kind of counteract what's happening in the second. He's still trying to fight, though is Vettori to get up against that cage. And like another pulling clear and circle out. Both guys are breathing a little deeper now. Can't hit the slip left jab. Hits the right hand, though, Akhmadov. And again, Vettori with a clinch. And again, trying to get him against the cage, but it's just not going to work out anymore. Not a great round for both guys. I would actually say Akhmadov won that round, like the, narrator thinks as well. As, not a whole lot happening in that second round. But here we go, the final round. Both guys, 1-1 on the scorecard. Vettori again clinching up with him. Caught to the knee, the stomach. Yeah, now he's kind of landing a little bit more strikes in the clinch, but still, not a whole lot here. But they separate, but Vettori again looking to get a grappling exchange going yet again, and now Akhmadov's starting to lower his hands. Quick punch doesn't land it. That was a punch, but Vettori was equal to it now. Yeah, now Vettori's just getting equal amount of strikes to Akhmadov. Still trying to get him against the cage. Quick elbow now. Now some trying to get some knees to the thigh, knees to the stomach there. Another elbow to the face. And yeah, I think Vettori did it. I think he won it. I think he won the round. I think he's won the fight. Never mind though. Here's a fucking right hook though from Akhmadov. He went for broke at the end, but it might have been too late. 29-28. Someone even gave it a 30-27 for Marvin Vettori. That's kind of crazy, but a decent fight. Omari Akhmadov though. I mean, you got to look in the mirror at that one. You were the underdog, but you were ranked. Vettori pretty much out wrestled you. You're a fucking Sambo guy. You got to be better than that, especially taking on somebody like Marvin Vettori. But it is what it is. Maybe just top 15 is not in the cards for him. But he praises his team at Kings and May. He's very responsible to fans who came and support him as well. What a win for Marvin Vettori. It's Jim Miller and Bobby Green on our prelim. Right before we get to the main event of the prelim. And this should be a fun one. Cage side judges here. Here we go. They engage. Both fighters are going for strikes rather, but neither can land anything. Right cross block from Bobby Green. 2-punch combination. But again, Green's good guard. Managed to maintain, not getting hit now. Counter left hand from Miller. So both guys kind of tit for tat right now. And there's a jab and a right cross that's blocked though from Miller. 1-2 from Green. And then a leg kick too, lighting him up. Left jab, right hook blocked though. Left jab and a nice right hook. Yeah, Bobby Green's striking is just so unorthodox. But he's now in the pocket here. This is perfect for him. Misses all the strikes though. After that combination, there's a great right hook off the counter from Green. Miller going for a takedown attempt. Jab was wide. Hits him with a right cross that lands hard, though. Does Bobby Green on a beauty of a straight right again. And he is still, he's definitely been the better striker, which I'm not really surprised. I would have just thought if Jim Miller was going to win this fight, it's going to be his grappling. Jabs wide, hits him with a straight right hand that lands hard, though. And that might do it for the first round, at least. Oh, here we go. Left jab and a great right hook from Bobby Green off the counter, and he rocked him. Oh, big right hand goes through. Miller trying to... Oh my god, he might end it here. Does Mark Goddard? Yeah, he does. What a fucking win for Bobby Green. Finished him in the first. Caught him with one strike, and that was it. Just kept on pouring it on him. And Bobby Green, man, he probably should be fighting a ranked guy next. He was fantastic tonight. As he praised his team at RVCA. He's very responsible to all the fans game, but support him as well. Main event of the prelim is Molly, the Austrian Wonder Boy, Naradev against Alexei Konechko. 23-2, 20-4. We'll see how this one plays out, though. This could be quite the interesting bout. The way this is going, as Konechko pushes aside the weak right head kick attempt and goes for the jab, but the hook to the body fails to land. So already pretty good striking from Konechko so far. And as I say that, managed to connect with 2 punches, but the flurry doesn't connect on the right hand to the body. Here's a great right hook from Naradev, though. Oh, here comes a right cross off the counter from Naradev. The counter striking now has been great. Counters a little leg kick with a quick left jab and a low kick. Doesn't connect, though. Naradev with a nice high roundhouse kick. Oh, and he rocked him with it. Looking for the big right hook. Just missed it, though. And there's 2 of the 3 punches that land from Konechko. Doesn't land the right hand. And Naradev, we saw the head kick now. If he goes for that again, that's probably going to be it for him. Naradev goes for the legs. Konechko with a left roundhouse kick to the body, though. He's not going down. Without a fight, though, is Konechko. Gotta respect this. Scores with 2 punches out of a sudden flurry. Doesn't reach the hook to the body. Crunching kick to the thigh now. Looking to just slow him down. Maybe potentially just going for the legs now. Konechko with a left hook. Left jab and a good leg kick here. Naradev has went pretty much all places of the body. The legs, the thighs, the head. Hasn't went really to the body, though. I will say that. There's a left jab and a good right hand from Konechko. And Naradev's in trouble. Oh my, short knee strike from Konechko doesn't find the home, and now Naradev's able to pull clear and circle out. This is exactly the type of fight we've been wanting, as Naradev with another great right hook. Left hook from Konechko. Left jab and a good right hand. These boys are swinging out there. And Naradev has the, as far as the advantage on the scorecard. But I think for round 2, though, we're going to see Alexei Konechko. Oh my god, I was going to say really open it up, and instead he's going to get probably head kicked into another dimension. Yep. Sure did. Right at the beginning of the second round, great counter from Ismail Naradev as far as getting the head kick off the counter to start the second round in 21-4. He is now probably going to be a top 15 guy, and sky's the limit for him. Being able to strike like that is very, very impressive, especially for the welterweight division. And he wants Chaos Williams. You got to be a real sick fuck to want Chaos Williams after a fight like that. So he's about it, for sure. You get the name check, everyone at Sanford MMA, all very responsible for fans, family, and supporters as well. Jan Blachowicz, Johnny Walker, kicking off the main card. Herb Dean's the referee. Cage side judges, here we go. They touch gloves. Both fighters step in and strike. Left jab from Walker, misses the right hook. Left jab, left hook to the body from Blachowicz now. Then that was a leg kick now. It gets checked from Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker now blitzing here with some strikes. A rapid four-punch combination. Love that, especially, I mean, his size, at 6'6", he is such a long, lengthy fuck. A southpaw stance now for Johnny Walker. Left jab, fails the leg kick attempt. Good left hand from Walker. Left leg kick's easily checked now. Left hand taking on the gloves from Walker. Two punches sailing past him, as far as Jan Blachowicz showing good head movement. Now back to traditional stance for Johnny Walker. Counters the right hand with the left cross as Walker. Counter left hand from, as far as Blachowicz now. As Walker feints one way, throwing Blachowicz off balance and now stepping in now. Jab is wide. It lands a right hand. 3 of 3 of the punches. It lands a big right hand as Walker. Bobbing out of the way, jab moves in the pocket. Can't hit the sub. Left jab hits the right hand though. Left jab from Blachowicz potentially. It fails on a combination strike to him with an attempted head kick. They meet in the center strike again here. Misses the right cross. Here comes a counter. Walker with the jab and a right hand that just misses. Some more striking here. Blachowicz with 2 counter jabs. Fails on a strike combination with an attempted head kick. And that's the end of the first round. A hell of a round, though. A lot happening there. Johnny Walker's the favorite after that round. I'd have to agree with him. It was very, very close, though. We'll see what happens in the second. Left hook from Blachowicz. Walker with a jab, but fails on the leg kick attempt. Left jab, rather, in the right hand that's blocked from Blachowicz. Scores with a single punch of his flurry, then nails the right cross. This is Johnny Walker. Fires off a counter jab, doesn't connect, though. Blachowicz is left vulnerable now. Quick flurry of punches from Walker. Sees the 2 out of 3 hit home, but misses the vicious right hand. Fortunate for him, Walker still with some strikes, still pouring it on him. Went for the leg kick attempt after the combination, but that fails to land. Left jab, misses the roundhouse kick to the body. Now Johnny Walker's getting tired. So we'll see both fighters coming together now. Left jab, right hand is right cross rather is blocked. Now Walker with a punch out of a flurry, but it gets the right hand blocked now. And Blachowicz now with a counter jab. Walker now with a 3-punch combination. One of them landing, but the bigger right hand misses though. So he's starting to miss a lot more than land. But as I say that, there's a jab and a right cross that lands hard. So he just keeps on firing. Is Johnny Walker, and it's done very well for himself. There's a left hand and a leg kick. I'd say another round for Johnny Walker. Blachowicz needs a finish if he's one to potentially fight for that light heavyweight title. As now neither fighter managing to find the target and exchange of strikes. Misses the jab. Can't hit the spin kick. Walker with a left jab that misses but can't hit the right cross either. Blachowicz is still playing pretty good defensively, but just not doing well enough striking-wise. As I say that, there was a nice right hook after he's off target with the jab. Left cross from Blachowicz. He's starting to light him up now, but there's a clean right hand from Walker after the left jab lands. Walker misses the right hook. It gets kind of a quick kick to the lead leg. The left kick to the body now. Left jab and a right cross from Walker. Yeah, the striking, man, has been impressive from Johnny Walker tonight. Yeah, you could tell that Johnny Walker, with all that cutting he's doing to make it from 6'6" frame, he's got a lot to cut. And you can definitely tell that he is tired now, but he's still throwing. But there's a vicious right cross from Blachowicz, who, oh my God, Blachowicz gets caught there as far as, was it, yeah, that's crazy, vicious right cross, but he just got cut after that. That's crazy. But down he goes. Down goes Walker. Can Blachowicz finish him here? Oh, just goes to mount. And here comes a scramble now. Oh, he's got his back taken. Oh my God. Jan Blachowicz might steal it here. Both hooks in. Look for everything. Oh my God, he did it. What a comeback for Jan Blachowicz. Down 2 rounds to none. Going into the final round. Dropped him. Doesn't finish him at first, but then he tries to scramble this Johnny Walker and gets his back taken. Both hooks in, and Jan Blachowicz pulls it out. What a fucking win for Jan Blachowicz. And now, I mean, Christ. We might have to do a fucking light heavyweight tournament at this rate, because I just feel like Anthony Smith and Jan Blachowicz is not really necessary, but at the same time, he did come out of the depths of hell to win that one. But at the same time, he was losing that fight until the final round, so it's just tough. It's very, very tough. Really dictate how that light heavyweight division is going to shape up, as the blonde fighter, Caitlin Chikagan, and Aaron Cold-Blooded Blanchfield battling it out in the women's flyweight contest. Chris Lieben, our referee. How about that? We just talked about Chris Lieben. Here he is reffing. Superb head kick from Blanchfield. Oh my lord, and down she goes right away. Good finisher here, and she does. Unreal for Aaron Blanchfield. 40 seconds is all it took. She's an absolute demon in there. What a head kick and what a win. And she's definitely someone to watch out for in that flyweight division. She is tough as they come, especially only 22 years old. But she praises her team at Arnox 365. Very responsive for supporting her as well. And another heavyweight bout, Curtis Razor Blades and one the Kraken Adams. We're going from, women's flyweights to heavyweights. We'll see if we'll see another first round finish, though, in back-to-back fights, as Mark Otto's our referee for this one. Our cage side judges, in here we go. Tentative left hand from Blades. Beautiful straight right, though, from Adams. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. But Blades, again, trying to go for the takedown. There's a powerful leg kick, though, from Adams. Doesn't get the takedown, but he's got him against the cage. Can't take him down either. Juan Adams, you're such a fucking force out there. Insane. Doesn't land the quick punch, though, and Blades rolls the shoulders to relieve some tension now. Stalemate again. Right hook's blocked. Good footwork here from Juan Adams. Again, dodging the head kick. Blades, though, gets the single leg. And that's exactly what he wanted. A leg lock attempt. Keeps the guard tight, though. Yeah, some elbows from the bottom. Just, Blades leaning forward and smothering him. Went for the leg lock again. I don't think he's going to win the leg lock, but yeah, I also think Juan Adams won that round, too. I think he did more damage. Even though it says he only landed 2 strikes, I felt like he landed a lot more. Tough to see that fight go past the first round. But that's the way she goes. Left jab while backing away from Blades. Trying to set up and shoot. But again, Adams is the aggressor. But Blades avoids a 2-punch combination and almost gets the takedown. Almost got it, but not quite. Got him against the cage. Double underhooks now. Slams him down. Knee strike to the ribs now. This is what Curtis Blades is needing to do. And an Americana. Thought that might have been it. Now the Kimura, and he got him that time. Yeah, Curtis Blades. I mean, he's a tough motherfucker in there. The wrestling is just a little too much for a lot of these guys. And even for Juan Adams, who had a pretty solid wrestling foundation, couldn't do nothing against Curtis Blades. He did stuff him a couple of times, but even then, once he got down to the mat, it was over. As Blades, name checks having an Elevation Fight Team, all of his response, and all of his friends, famous sports. I mean, that's a very fun fight, him and John Jones. I just think stylistically it makes a lot of sense to do, and could see it happening, for sure. As Juliana Pena, the Venezuelan vixen, against Aspen Ladd, our title fights now. Co-main event, we're seeing the champion as the favorite. 12-1, 11-3, so similar fight records. And the amount of experience, just Juliana Pena a little bit older. No team as well for Juliana Pena. It would be crazy to see her get a win tonight with no fight camp. Really, no fight team to go with, as far as just doing our own shit. Counter jab from Pena now. Left jab from Ladd. Misses the big right hand, though. 2-punch combination, but Ladd avoids both of them. And now looking for the takedown. Great sprawl, though, from Pena. Pushing her down on her hands and knees. And now Ladd's going to stand her back up. And here's a great single leg. Off the takedown. Looking for the leg lock. Not happening, though. So, yeah, these girls are going after it as far as looking for the finish. Again, those leg locks. It's hard to lock in, but it's obviously you're going to do pretty well. And here's a scramble. And Aspen Ladd loses out on the scramble. So we'll see what Pena can do on top, potentially, if anything. And there's a quick shoulder smash. And blocks attempted sweep. So, yeah, close round, though. Aspen Ladd, I think, is up. I do agree with him there, but it was a lot closer than I anticipated. As Pena moves in closer, ready to attack. Trying to get a shot in as Ladd, but Pena, again, doing a good job. And there's a crunching right hook. And she rocked her. Oh, boy. Juliana Pena went for the big right hand. Dazed, but she still continues to cover up. And now she's half slumped against the cage. Big right hand. Oh, my God. And down she goes. Ladd is in big, big trouble here. She somehow survives it. Unreal. Juliana Pena with a massive, massive shift in this fight now. She's still on top. Still trying to get a finish. Don't think it's going to happen, no. I think she's going to survive this round, and especially with her being standing to back up. But what a great, great round for Juliana Pena, and now they're 1-1 each. With, of course, Pena getting a knockdown, too. Force exchange of strikes here. Kind of left doesn't connect, though. 1-2 combination, but Pena avoids both of them. So now both girls are missing. There's a nice head kick, though, and bam! Just like that. Another head kick, down she goes. That's got to be it. Yeah. What a comeback from Aspen Ladd. What a fight, though. That lived up to expectations, for sure, with those two women. Great fight. Great fight, and Aspen Ladd retains her title for the first time. In a really great contest, though. And, she thanks everything at AKA for having her prepare for the fight. And, sponsors for supporting her financially as well. And now our main event. Can Kevin Lee get the monkey off his back in Iaquinta as far as a man that has beaten him not once but twice? But now that with all the chips on the table, Kevin Lee's lightweight title on the line, can he do it and beat him finally for the first time? As Herb Dean's referee, cage side judges, Kevin Lee now significant weight advantage tonight. Got a nice reach advantage too. We'll see, but Iaquinta already with a left round kick to the body, clean right hand from Lee. Went for the fucking combination, gets kind of a left jab and a left kick to the body. It's Iaquinta now. The striking has just been too much for Kevin Lee. There's a straight right. Toe-to-toe strikes, neither fighter could really land anything. Now went for a leg kick to Iaquinta, clean right hand from Lee. Left jab and misses the roundhouse kick to the body. Off target left jab, connects with a clean right hand. Two kind of jabs from Iaquinta. Fantastic right cross from Kevin Lee, and down he goes. Dropped him in the first, could finish him here. He does. So he does, in fact, avenge those first two losses and gets a great finish in the first round. Great main card, man. I mean, we saw a lot of fights not go the distance. We saw a lot of finishes. Very fun card. As Kevin Lee, praises the team at TriStar Gym. It's very responsive. A lot of fans that came out and support him as well. Literally finishes in every single main card fight. You love seeing that for a pay-per-view. The prelims even saw finishes in all the fights but one. And really, that was the only decent fight, because I thought Courtney Casey's bout should have been rated at least good. But, man, what a fight. For as far as some great fights tonight. That comeback for Jan Bovic was insane. We increased our popularity in all of our regions, too. Yeah, what a performance bonus for all the winners tonight. Feeling pretty generous, everybody, man. If you won, you did pretty well for yourself. So there you go. See how much money we still made $6 million. That's crazy. We spent about $1 million on our fighters today, which is awesome. Love that. Love that everyone pretty much made over $50,000 that one tonight. It's much needed. But yeah, at the same time, though, only 4 people made $100,000, which is nice, though. It's still a lot of money. But man, a $6 million gate is awesome, though. Fantastic. Basically, the pay-per-view and the sponsorships covered the fighters' pay on top of the merch and even a little bit of the ad submission. So then basically, the gate covered the fighters' pay plus a little bit of the drug and production cost, and that was pretty much it. Crazy. What a night, though. What a night, and what a pay-per-view, and what an International Fight Week that was. That's always fun to have great fights like that on International Fight Week. And that will do it, though, for episode 66, as we now go to episode 67. And, of course, kind of recovering off of the International Fight Week, having the great fight with Gaethje and Poirier, and having a great card tonight. It's, we're riding a nice wave of momentum, for sure, and hopefully we can keep it going throughout the summer, as we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.